What is going on, my fellow gaming nerds? Shadow Ray here. This is my first ever YouTube video, kind of. I used to record Overwatch videos in the past. I didn't really understand how to edit or anything like that, so it was just raw footage for 15 minutes because, you know, that's entertaining. So what I have for you today is a about 10.5-minute video of clips of me playing Junkrat since Blizzard finally brought back the 6v6 mode in Overwatch 2. I am so happy, and I've gotten way more involved with playing Overwatch. So much so that I wanted to make some clips for you guys. Now, this whole video is Junkrat clips, strictly because I love Junkrat. I played Junkrat for like 146 hours, I think. I used to be really good with him. You can see I bought his gold gun with my competitive points before the switch over from Overwatch 2, or to Overwatch 2. And, I've always loved the character. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my lack of skill, because you don't really have to aim with him. But you can see in this video, a lot of it, my tracking was actually really good. My decision making was really good, especially in this part where I get this really awesome tire here. But I'm more just uploading because I want to make, you know, some good old friends and, you know, get to know people in the Overwatch community and really just, you know, make you guys smile. This was played on Blizzard World, and they had some tough characters for me to play against. It probably should have been a situation where maybe I didn't play Junkrat. I got countered a lot. I mean, they had Sigma, Mercy, Zarya, Bastion, a few others that maybe I can't remember right now. And I think this game went pretty well. I can't remember what my stats were at the end of it. You can see I died quite a few times. A lot of that is not playing for probably 2 years or more. Really, ever since Overwatch 2 came out and they did the 5v5 format, it's pretty well when I stopped playing. So when they brought the 6v6 back, of course I had to take advantage. It was so nice, and it is so nice to be able to play the 6v6 format again. I definitely need to get back into my groove of things because, I mean, some of these clips are hard to watch, but I wanted to make sure that you had some fun gameplay to watch. I got some pretty lucky shots here. Sigma and Zarya were really handing it to me pretty well the whole game, to be honest. I had to learn how to play around them because I still wanted to play Junkrat, right? But, I mean, my team, we had a pretty well-structured team ourselves and made it so I was able to take advantage of a lot of situations. I did really good with a lot of chip damage and also doing a lot of, you know, spamming chokes and stuff like that, like right here. I did take some fights that maybe I shouldn't have and should have been more aware. One thing that I'm trying to learn how to do with Junkrat is if I'm going to engage in a fight that seems risky, always having a concussion mine on standby so I can use that to escape. I've yet to learn that. I do like how they added the perk that when you kill somebody with a concussion mine, you get another one back. I've been picking that one. And then I also picked the frag launcher at 25% more speed, strictly because it's really nice to be able to track way better, especially if you're playing against someone like Widow or Ashe, you know, some sort of sniper, Hanzo. It's really nice when they're up above, you know, in like a window or a rooftop, to be able to send the bombs their way. This shot's really cool. I died, but my tracking, you know, I'm just that good, I guess. But it's really nice to be able to have an easier way to maybe take them down. Because with Junkrat, what I'll normally do is I'll use my 2 concussion mines to jump up to them, or 1 if I can, and I'll send a bomb at them, and then I'll send a concussion mine at them as well. Now, right here, you'll notice I didn't do too good. A lot of it, while I was engaging, they were spamming the choke, I was spamming the choke, and our team was dying faster, and instead of pulling back, I decided to try and control that choke instead, which obviously was a mistake that I probably won't learn from, if I'm being 100% honest. A lot of this, honestly, I'm just having fun. This is all just straight quick play, so it's not like it's anything serious. This tire was pretty okay. I should have waited for Zarya's bubble to, you know, dissipate first. I'm sure I fed her ult pretty good there. And we can actually see we start kind of dominating here, especially once I took out that Mercy. I feel bad for Mercy players because I always target them because they're such a turning point in the game. You'll see in this match, this first round was horrible. I mean, if you want to like just fast forward like 2 minutes, I wouldn't blame you. I like a lot of my tracking here. but I think that my awareness needs to be better. You know, there were people that were in my face that I really didn't react to. Instead, I was focusing on, you know, the farther choke instead of actually trying to focus on, you know, who may have been trying to eliminate me at the time. But you can see the soldier here. I hit him with a concussion mine. He flew sideways. I was hoping he would go off the map. Obviously, he didn't. And so I went to go track him down, and I did learn in that aspect probably not to engage in that situation. That situation with the Reinhardt, I should have pulled back. My whole team was dead. It was just me fighting a Reinhardt. That probably wasn't my smartest look, but, you know, is what it is. This, I'm glad I dodged this. I am really disappointed in this tire, though, because I should have just, for one, I should have taken that kill that I could have taken, but instead I got greedy with the Rhine. He ate it with his shield, and his shield still had health. I did end up tossing some bombs in there because the Roadhog was in there, but it didn't really help us secure the point at all. I was more focusing on kills than I was the point itself, and that's something that I would like to work on. Other characters I play, I don't always just play Junkrat. I also play Diva. I've been trying to get better at Soldier. I didn't realize, though, now that how crucial it is for certain characters to play on certain maps. Because there's some maps that Soldier just isn't going to do good at. There's some maps that Junkrat isn't going to do good at. Like, I've been trying to play against Reaper, not play against Reaper, but play with Reaper. And he's just not built for that map. I mean, when it's a wide open map, there's no way for him to really, you know, creep up behind anybody. Now, this round, by the way, you'll see... This soldier had me, he had my number for quite a while until he ended up switching off. So it was very frustrating. You can see he got me there, and he'll get me here too in just a second. What I really need to do is learn to slow down, take a breath, and plan my shots better. Not that the stats matter, but the damage matters, right? And actually helping out my team matters. And so learning how to do that in a productive way, I feel is very important. But that's the growing pains of, again, not playing for so long. I mean, like I said, 2 years. You lose a lot of your mechanical skill. It kind of comes back like a bike, like riding a bike, but nothing, you know, nothing like I used to be. A lot of the reason why I stopped playing with the 5v5 format was apparently, I didn't realize it was a very popular opinion. I didn't like how they took away the tank, the tank, second slot, because if you have someone like Diva can't cover a choke on her own that well. I mean, she can, but nothing like a Reinhardt or an old Orisa could have, right? And so when they got rid of that, especially being a Diva main, I didn't want to have to learn how to play another tank. And so when they made it so Diva was just, it's a solo tank, it's like, well, there's nothing I can do here, because people with a barrier like Sigma or Reinhardt can block a lot more than Diva can, because Diva only blocks projectiles, whereas like Sigma's rock, I don't know exactly what it's called, but his boulder that he throws at you, Diva can't eat that. Same with I can't remember her name, but the other tank that shoots the laser and then it explodes after a second, she can't eat that either. So having a barrier mixed with a secondary tank is really important in my opinion. And that's, I mean, it got to the point where there was so much pressure on the tank. Once the tank died, or once you lost 1 DPS, that fight was basically over. And so it put a lot more technical skill into the game, which to some may not be as big of a deal, but I think they could have chosen a different category to take away from. Personally, I would have said a support, because there's plenty of supports that can pick up the slack for 2 healers. You got Mercy, you got Anna, you got Moira, just to name a couple, that can more than easily heal the whole team rather consistently as long as they play their cards right. But at the same time, I can also understand that not a lot of people were playing tank, and so when you queue up for games and you were playing tank, you'd queue up in the snap of a finger. But then trying to queue for DPS or support, it was 8 to 10 minutes. So there just wasn't much, you know, time playing the game if you were a DPS or a support main. But I'm getting to the end of my time here, so enjoy this awesome tire. This was a really good tire, honestly, I can't even lie. I was really proud of myself. It kind of just worked out really well. That spoiler alert actually became you know, play of the game. Really proud for that. At this point they were just the game was over. There was no pushing it. There's nothing they could do. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching my first real Overwatch video on YouTube. I plan on uploading. I'm gonna try once a day, but we'll see how stressful that gets. If nothing else, we're gonna do, you know, either a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, just until I can start freeing up some more time. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment, favorite, tell me, you know, how I can improve in my Overwatch gameplay and my commentary gameplay, and I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy this play of the game.